There's a point in almost everyone's financial journey where things start to feel different. One day, you look at your bank account and still feel like you're behind. And then suddenly, your money starts doing most of the heavy lifting that you are. It's not luck, it's math. And there are three specific milestones where life starts feeling less fragile. And what I'm about to show you completely changed the way I think about building wealth. So in this video, I want to walk you through the three net worth milestones that quietly changed our lives, why each one matters more than most people realize, and how to keep building wealth even when it feels like nothing is changing. But before we get into this milestone, we need to talk about why so many people feel behind financially, even while they're making progress. Because one of the hardest parts about building wealth is that in the beginning, almost none of the progress feels visible. You're working hard, you're trying to spend reasonably, and maybe even saving and investing consistently, but life still feels expensive. I remember there was a time where my wife and I were increasing our income, paying down debt, and trying to make smarter financial decisions. But emotionally, it still felt like we were barely moving forward. I can still remember sitting at the kitchen table after paying bills and thinking to myself, how are we still feeling this stressed, even though we're technically making progress? There was even a point where I remember feeling guilty about buying used video games because mentally, it still felt like every little purchase mattered more than it should have. The emergency fund still didn't feel big enough. The retirement accounts still looked small compared to the number we thought we should have, and every unexpected expense still felt frustrating. I think that's the stage where a lot of people quietly give up, because in the early stages of building wealth, most of the progress is happening underneath the surface. You're learning how to spend differently. You're paying down debt. You're keeping more of what you earned. You're building better financial habits. And even if the number still doesn't look impressive yet, you're slowly creating financial margin in your life. The problem is that none of that feels exciting in the moment. Most people expect wealth building to feel dramatic, but in reality, it usually feels slow, repetitive, and honestly, kind of boring. But once you understand that, the milestones that we're about to talk about start making a lot more sense. Let's start with the first milestone. For a lot of families, this is the stage where life finally starts feeling a little less fragile financially. You usually don't feel wealthy at this point. You're probably still budgeting carefully, still thinking about big purchases before making them, and still working hard every day. But this is often the first time where every small emergency doesn't completely throw you off emotionally. I remember when my wife and I first started feeling this shift. We still had financial goals we were working toward, but things like a car repair or a surprise expense stopped feeling like the end of the world. Before that, every unexpected expense felt personal. You finally feel like you were getting ahead a little bit, and then something would happen with the car, the house, daycare, or groceries, and it felt like all the progress disappeared overnight. But around this stage, you usually have a little more breathing room. Maybe you finally built a real emergency fund. Maybe for the first time, you actually have separate savings goals that are steadily growing over time instead of just guessing where your money went every month. I remember how different that felt emotionally, because it was the first time our finances started feeling intentional instead of reactive. Maybe you paid down enough debt that your monthly payments don't feel suffocating anymore. Maybe your retirement accounts are finally large enough that you can actually see movement. And what's important about this stage is that your money usually still isn't doing most of the work yet. A lot of the progress is still coming from your consistency, from continuing to save, continuing to invest, continuing to make intentional decisions even when nobody else notices. But psychologically, this milestone matters a lot because it's usually the first time you stop feeling like one bad month can completely knock you backwards. And if you ever experienced this shift, even a little bit, let me know in the comments, because I think a lot more families are closer to this stage than they realize. One thing that helped us get there faster was simply paying closer attention to where our money was actually going. Not extreme budgeting, not cutting out every little expense we enjoyed, but just becoming more intentional about the habits and the things that were quietly slowing us down. This is why I always tell people that the beginning of wealth building is less about looking rich and more about creating stability, because once life feels less fragile, it becomes much easier to keep going long enough for momentum to finally kick in. If the first milestone creates stability, this next one is where momentum finally starts becoming visible, because around $100,000 net worth mark, your money starts behaving differently. The stage where people finally start noticing that their investments, retirement account, home equity, or business income are growing faster than they used to. And for a lot of people, this is the first time wealth starts feeling real instead of theoretical. I remember checking our bank accounts and realizing that our net worth had grown by more than we had personally contributed. And that was a strange feeling, because up until that point, progress always felt tied directly to how hard we were working. We saved aggressively. We moved forward. If we slowed down, progress slowed down. But this was the stage where compounding finally became visible in real life. And once that starts happening, your mindset around money changes. Because instead of feeling like every dollar of progress depends entirely on your next paycheck, you start realizing your financial decisions from years earlier are finally starting to stack together. Your retirement start growing faster. Your investments start earning more than your contributions some months. Your debt payoff accelerates because you have more margin. And I think this is also the stage where people finally realize that real wealth building usually looks very boring while it's being built. At this point in our journey, our lifestyle honestly didn't look that different from the outside. And I think that would probably surprise a lot of people. We didn't suddenly start living some completely different lifestyle once our net worth started growing. We mostly kept the same habits that helped us build wealth in the first place. We still drove older cars. In fact, one of the biggest decisions we made over and over again was continuing to maintain the cars we already had instead of convincing ourselves we needed to buy brand new ones. There were definitely moments where upgrading would have felt easier emotionally, especially seeing what everyone else around us was driving. But keeping those fixed expenses lower gave us so much more financial breathing room over time. We still thought carefully before upgrading things. We still tried to avoid wasting money. But behind the scenes, the financial pressure was starting to decrease. And I think that's an important reminder, because social media makes it seem like wealth should look flashy immediately. But for most normal families, wealth usually grows quietly in the background long before anyone else notices it. So if you're currently in the middle stage where it feels like progress is taking forever, I really don't want you to underestimate how powerful consistency becomes over time. Most people quit before they ever reach this stage. They increase their lifestyle too quickly. They stop investing. They convince themselves it isn't working. Or they compare themselves to people online who look wealthy but are financially stressed behind the scenes. But the families who quietly keep going are usually the ones who eventually build real wealth. And if this video has been helpful so far, this is probably a good place to subscribe, because this is exactly the kind of financial conversations I wish more families heard earlier on. Now, this milestone is the one most people think will completely change their life. And financially, it absolutely can. But what surprised me most is that the biggest change usually isn't luxury, it's optionality. Because somewhere between $500,000 and $1 million in net worth, work starts feeling different. You stop making every financial decision from panic. You stop feeling trapped by every paycheck, and you start realizing you actually have choices. I remember realizing that there was a shift happening when work-related stress didn't feel as emotionally heavy anymore. Not because we suddenly stopped caring about money, but because we knew we had built enough stability that one mistake or one bad season wasn't going to destroy us financially. And that changes the way you think about your entire life. Maybe you can reduce your hours. Maybe you can spend more time with your kids. Maybe you can walk away from the work you hate. Maybe you can choose flexibility instead of constantly chasing more income. That's the part of wealth building I don't think people talk about enough. Real wealth isn't usually about proving to other people that you're rich. It's about creating enough financial margin that your life actually feels calmer. When my wife and I officially became millionaires, our daily life didn't suddenly become glamorous overnight. We still drove older cars. We still cared about wasting money. We still thought carefully before upgrading things. But emotionally, the pressure was different. Money stopped feeling like a constant source of stress and started feeling more like a tool. One of my favorite parts about this journey has been watching some of these habits carry over to my kids. There have been moments where they'll pause before buying something or try to be creative with the things they already own instead of immediately asking for something new. And for me, those moments honestly feel more meaningful than a lot of the financial milestones themselves, because it reminds me that wealth building isn't just about numbers. It's about building a healthier relationship with money for your family over time. And that's why I think so many people misunderstand wealth building. They think the goal is to look rich, but in reality, the biggest financial milestone usually just makes life feel quieter, less panic, less pressure, more flexibility, more peace of mind. And if you made it this far in the video, I'd actually love to know which milestone feels most important to you right now, because I think everyone watching is probably in a different stage of their journey. At the end of the day, building wealth usually feels much slower than people expect in the beginning, and much more life-changing than people expect later on. Because the biggest shift are often the ones no one else sees. The ability to handle emergencies, the ability to sleep better financially, the ability to make decisions from stability instead of survival mode. And that's the kind of wealth I think most families are actually looking for. So if you're still in the early stages, don't underestimate the progress you've already been making, just because it doesn't feel dramatic yet. A lot of wealth gets built quietly before it ever feels visible. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure to like and subscribe, because this channel is all about helping normal families build real wealth without pretending to be rich. Thank you for your time. I'll see you in the next video.